and there have been, I would say,
Worst
3 or 4
tackles.
clear ones to both sides. They're still going. The ball skids off Hiddendon's head, and there we are, the final whistle. Rosie Hughes with the typical celebration, and the whole team join in, walking across with a superb Wrexham support. They have been brilliant, and listen to that, led by those Wrexham ultras that we know and love. They have really been brilliant, and Wrexham have shown real character, but so have Barry. What a terrific game that was, as Erin Murray, their non-specialist goalkeeper, comes and is shaking hands with the Wrexham players, hugging Lily Jones. That was a game of two halves par excellence. Wrexham dominating the first half, playing some great football. Bartle getting a goal in the second minute from a corner. Wrexham pushing on, making chances. Murray making a number of good saves, especially with their feet. And then Snape ripping in a terrific finish to make it 2-0. Barry looked threatening on the break, but Wrexham looked like they were going to punish them in the second half, and all credit to Barry. They came out, got closer to Wrexham in the second half, showed real spirit. A wonderful cross from Stone led to a Phoebe Davis own goal, but to be fair, it was one of those horrible balls when she and Craven were in an awkward position trying to deal with it. And then Kira Harris equalised in the 53rd minute, tackling Lizzie Craven after he took a heavy touch. And frankly, Barry were at the very least as good as Wrexham until that massive moment for Wrexham when Snape in the 87th minute swung in a corner which went directly in. And actually after that, Wrexham could have scored a few more as they pushed on. But, well, Del, Lucy, that was something, wasn't it?
I think as well, like, obviously we said a game of two halves, but I think we said it before, the calibre of player coming off the bench for Wrexham, the strength and depth that we've got changed the game today. So Abby and Rosie, to be fair, were brilliant when they came on, and when they were on the pitch our momentum shifted. And obviously our mentality to stay in the game despite all that pressure from Barry for the majority of that second half. We stayed in the game and took the chance when we got it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just watching the players here be serenaded, rightly so, by the fans. But yeah, I think you're right, Dal, because even though, you know, our level drop, Barry definitely got better. We a bit, you know, we weren't as careful with the ball as we've been in the first half, and but fair play to, like you said, our character, and testament to the mentality that this squad has and is building, and you know, that comes from the manager, the captain that we talked about pre-match, and then that, you know, ripples through the team as well, because coming through that 3-2, that was a tough game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to add in as well, people overseas might not know this, but today is Zoe's, our S&C coach's last day. I've just seen Dave give her a massive hug. Me knowing Zoe, I know she's going to be real emotional right now. And you know what, the impact Zoe made on us as a squad. So I was at Wrexham before she came, and then I've probably spent the last 2 years working with her. The impact she's made, the difference she's made to our team, to our fitness levels, to how we drive our standards has been absolutely massive, and she's going to be a real tough act to follow. She's a popular member of staff with the girls, and you know what, you can always hear her voice on the sideline, you can always hear her supporting you and driving high standards, and yeah, she's just a great person, and I know a lot of the girls are going to miss her, and I know she'll miss the club as well. She's so passionate, she loves the club, she loves Wrexham, and she really bought into it when she came in as a staff member a couple of years ago. So yeah, as things happen, like staff move on, players move on, but I think Zoe will be a great miss.
Oh God, well, she's just gone across to acknowledge some of the fans there as well, and yeah, you could see off the pitch just the impact she had in terms of our fitness was, well, surprisingly instant, because you'd think that would take months to bed in, but we were, that first season that she was there, we were running teams into the ground in the second half of matches.
Yeah, and you know what, that's what she told us she was going to do when she came in. I always remember the first meeting she came in, introduced herself to us and like told us what she wants us, what her standards are going to be, and what her aims were for us as a squad. And yeah, she's had a massive impact. And yeah, like I know for a fact Liv spent a lot of time with her the last couple of years with her rehab and injuries and so on. So I know Liv's gonna miss that as well. But a lot of the other girls will too.
Well, it was Liv who just gave her a big hug.
Yeah.
In fact, and just as well, what little chances I've had to see behind the scenes, you can just see again Zoe as she's acknowledging the fans again there. But you know, her professionalism and just organisation of matters too is wonderful.
Absolutely, and even if she used to make me run, I had to do the mass test, which is the 1K, and I probably didn't like her in those moments at the time. Because no goalkeeper wants to do the mass test and run 1K. But you know what, like I said, she drove the standards, and the fitness levels over the last couple of years have been on an all-time high because of her.
Well, I thank you for remembering to say that, because when you mentioned it, I thought we need to talk about it, and I didn't through the commentary. And yeah, she's been a big part of this Wrexham family. Oh, hang on, there are some.
You haven't got a spare hand.
Yeah. The old Wrexham ultras. Fair dues to them, stirring us up. But it's been a pleasure. This it really has, to see Wrexham making so much noise off the pitch, to see them give Zoe that farewell, and to come through with a win in a game where the circumstance went against us. We've seen the quality of Wrexham, and we've also seen the heart of Wrexham in this game, and well, that can be no bad thing. I've got to say, as we sign off, Lucy, always a pleasure, as always, and Del, what a new pleasure. I mean, that was a hell of a debut, I've got to say.
Thank you, appreciate it. I really enjoyed that.
Excellent. Well, you'll have to come again then, won't you, I'm afraid?
Yeah, if I'm allowed back, I will.
Oh, right.
You have to now. You're the rose between the two thorns here, Del. So
I think we've got a couple of roses and a thorn at the side, sadly. But no, that was a joy to watch, and an absolute joy to share the afternoon with you both. It really was. So thank you so much. And with the final score of Wrexham 3, Barrytown United 2, we've been Lucy Scott, Del Morgan and Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC.